Okay, stop me if you've heard this one before. You're looking through a drawer and you find something from the past that you've not seen in a long, long time. And yeah, that's what happened to me when I opened a drawer. I was looking for something else and I came across this. This is my old Panasonic Lumix. The model is DMC-FS18. This was released back in 2011 and I bought this in 2011 because I was going on a trip to Paris and I wanted to take some nice photographs of the trip. Phone cameras at the time weren't really up to much. And yeah, I just wanted to have something on me that was quite sort of compact, small, light, and could take good photographs and also video if I wanted to. Now, this has got a 16 megapixel sensor. It also records video. It's 720p at 30 frames a second, I believe. And yeah, like I say, I found this in a drawer. I haven't used it for a long, long time. The battery was dead when I dug it out of the drawer. I charged the battery up, turned it on, and it said that the date had reset to 2011, which obviously lines up to the time that I bought it. So I've resurrected it, and I wanted to see if it could actually be useful in 2023 as a device for recording video. You can see here on the screen, hopefully, that it does have a video motion picture setting, and that's what I'll be using for the majority of what you see in this video that isn't this intro section. So yeah, let's see how well the Panasonic Lumix DMC-FS18 from 2011 holds up in 2023. So today I took a trip into my nearest city, which is Southampton in Hampshire, England. And yeah, I just recorded a few different street scenes with the Lumix, just to see how it operated really, and how it picked up the colours and just how everything kind of looked. This was in one of the many parks in Southampton city centre. A squirrel and a magpie. I think it's a no, it's a crow. Were yeah, getting a bit tasty. And then this is the cinema and the West Quay shopping complex. I also ventured indoors into a kind of retro emporium and took some footage just wandering around the little displays just to see how the Lumix handled a lower light setting. It was fine, to be honest. Obviously this is 720p footage, so it's visible, but it's not the best quality. Also the camera does have a little bit of a hiss coming from the microphone. You probably can't tell that on this footage just because of how kind of loud the background noise is, and obviously I'm talking as well, but in some of the other clips I will shut up so you can hear that. So this is a test in a low light situation. Here we have a lamp, clearly. There is some kind of distortion on the screen from the bulb, but I think it holds up as well, quite well. I mean, I'm just kind of panning around. The rest of the scene looks quite dark, but the light from the lamp is illuminating it pretty well. Obviously it's not professional quality, but for a camera this old, it doesn't look bad at all. Now this footage in particular just shows how bad the image stabilization is on the Lumix. Again, it's a camera from 2011. It's meant to be used as, you know, a basic instant digital camera. I wouldn't expect it to have any kind of really advanced features when it comes to this kind of thing, but you would expect that just walking down this cobbled path as I was earlier today, it would be able to handle that, but it can't, and it does actually look quite jarring. I don't remember it looking this bad when I played it back on the viewfinder, but there we go. Again, old cameras, old budget cameras are not going to be the best for this kind of thing. Okay, I wanted to see how this thing actually deals with very close-up images. This is called a Gecko by a company called Bihar Bros. This is for connecting a Sega Dreamcast to a modern TV. Basically, you put your HDMI cable in here, that then connects to the TV, and then on the other side you've got this connector which connects to the Dreamcast. But as you can see, this Panasonic camera from 2011 is actually doing a pretty good job of focusing quite close up on this circuit board. I'm quite impressed, to be honest. I didn't think it would be able to do this. Let's just have a quick spin around. And you can see the BBS logo there. You can't get too close, otherwise it just goes out of focus. But I mean, yeah, considering this has been in a drawer, completely forgotten about for so long, I'm impressed. Okay, more things. Here again, the Lumix handles recording video while you stood still completely fine, but as soon as you move, it all just falls apart. I mean, even the slightest movements, it makes the video footage jitter all over the place, which is pretty poor. I think this clip shows really well how poor the Lumix's white balance, auto white balance, kind of adapts to different scenes. This looks overly blue and washed out, even though it really wasn't like that in reality. What the Lumix does do though is take really nice still images, and I will show some of them here. So yeah, what are my final thoughts then on the FS18? Well, it's not a camera you should rush out and buy if you want to do video vlogging, but then, you know, if it's something you've got lying around in a drawer, it's probably worth getting out, dusting off, and, you know, as the old phrase goes, there's life in the old girl yet, so don't chuck it in the bin. Give it a fresh lease of life, and yeah, have some fun with it, because it's still a decent digital camera.